Aldina Productions presents Tech Time.
Hello everyone, this is Logan, and welcome to the 12th episode of Tech Time. Yep, as you just saw, I thought I'd try a slightly different format with a robotic voice from an app that I downloaded on my iPod. Isn't Apple just the best? Anyway, on to the first thing.
Number 1.
As you're probably no doubt aware, Microsoft has been hyping their next-generation Xbox console, the Xbox One, for quite a while now. But even with all the hype, there are still quite a few questions, mainly having to do with how used games will work. So what Microsoft pretty much did is, well, answered the questions. Now I will admit, I haven't actually read Microsoft's article or heard Microsoft's exact words, but I did manage to find an article that basically turned Microsoft's basic ideas into sort of an FAQ kind of thing. So, again, these won't be Microsoft's exact words, but they will be Microsoft's exact ideas. Starting off, the first question they asked is, can I play used games on my Xbox One? To which Microsoft replied, yes, but there are restrictions. Microsoft said it will not charge any fee to trade or resell games, but it will permit third-party game publishers to charge a fee for used game transactions if they want. You can trade in games for cash or credit with participating resellers. Microsoft reserved the right to charge a fee in the future. The next question they had, can I play rented games on my Xbox One? To which Microsoft replied, no, but Microsoft said it will work with partners to allow that sometime in the future. Loaning or renting games will not be available at launch through companies such as GameFly. And the final question they asked pertaining to used games, can I share games with friends or family? To which Microsoft replied, yes, but with restrictions. Friends can loan games for on another. Up to 10 members of your family can log in and play from your shared game library on any Xbox One. A family member can play your copy of, say, Forza Motorsport at a friend's house. Any one of your family members can play from your shared library at a given moment. You can only give games to friends who have been on your Xbox Live friend list for at least 30 days. Each game can only be given once. What we don't know is if this applies to all Xbox Live members or just paid subscribers, aka Xbox Live Gold. It later went on to talk about Xbox as far as internet connection and privacy with the new Kinect, but used games does seem to be the biggest issue, and if you want to read more about that, you can always check the article which I have linked to on Facebook. So anyway, next thing.
Number 2.
You're all familiar with the Ouya, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. It's not some kind of rare disease. It's in fact an Android-based game console that was funded by a Kickstarter. Now that we've got that out of the way, I want you to completely forget what I just said, because it's irrelevant. What is relevant is the Mad Catz Project Mojo. Of course, not the final name, but it's the only name we have to go by. Now, like the Ouya, it is also Android-based, but unlike the Ouya, it runs stock Android, whereas the Ouya just runs a cracked version of Android that runs specific games just written in the Android code. Now, as the Project Mojo is stock Android, it will run any application that your Android phone or tablet will also run. Now, you might be wondering, how does this work? Are they going to put a touchscreen on it like the Wii U? Nope. You can use the analog stick on your Project Mojo controller as sort of a mouse, or you could just plug in a wired or even wireless mouse. On top of all that, it will be no less than 60 gigabytes. However, you can plug in a micro SD card to expand that. And, 60 gigabytes, that's more than most Android phones already. So, that's pretty cool, and it also runs a newer version of Bluetooth called Bluetooth 4.0, which will save battery in the controller and also be more accurate. Now, more details about this will be announced at this year's E3, so don't miss that if you want to follow the new experiment. Anyway, on to the last thing.
Number 3.
Hey guys, guess what? WWDC starts tomorrow! Yeah! Then we can talk about iOS 7 and OS X and all that loveliness. And this article from CNET pretty much tells us what we should expect to see at WWDC. Now, I was kind of on the fence of this because, well, it's happening tomorrow and it'll be useless tomorrow, but it might be kind of interesting just to see a few months later how far off the rumors are, or close the rumors are. We don't know, because they're rumors. The main thing with iOS 7 is a slightly new interface. Think Windows Mobile, but everything isn't a tile. It's basically just that kind of flat look. The other thing is it will be a bit more gesture friendly, so you can access more things sort of like how you access things with the notification center. It also will have AirDrop support, as well as a few other features. As with OS X 10.9, there isn't much in the way of rumors with that, but we did find something that says that Siri and Apple Maps could be supported. Anyway, that's all for this week. Stay tuned for next week.
That is all.